Good morning, welcome to this update from Phoenix Blue on Wednesday the 12th of October. I'm Tom Colley and I'll talk you through the markets and the news. Let's start with the news. Yesterday we had no news whatsoever with the red flag against it. Today on the red flag side it's really quiet again. But critically tonight, 7 p.m. tonight, we have the minutes of the last FOMC meeting. These will be really interesting because they may help define the degree of disagreement there was at the meeting. 3 members voted against holding the rate and were in favour of raising the rate at the last meeting. We may get some more feedback on that, which may allow the markets to take a position ahead of that key December meeting, when the current expectation is that rates will rise as long as we don't get some data to knock it for 6 in the short term. Also of interest today are, however, central bank speeches. We have the MPC member, that's the UK, Cunliffe, speaking at 10 a.m. this morning. It'll be interesting to see what he says in the light of what's clearly been somewhat of a rout on the pound. Then this afternoon at 1 and 2:40 we have 2 different members of the FOMC, Dudley and George, speaking. Again, we'll be looking for indications on what they say relative to the potential for that December rate rise. So, but the big one to watch for 7 p.m. is the FOMC meeting minutes. I wouldn't have open risk or open orders or resting orders on the table through that necessarily. It's one of those that can do absolutely nothing because nothing new comes out of it, but conversely there can be the risk of there being something hidden in there that the markets decide to react to. What we've been seeing this week so far is a very bullish dollar. We broke through our level at 97.20, which we'd previously seen key. We've been through 97.50 and are heading towards 98 now. Our next level of support is up here around 98.40. So it'll be interesting to see if we get that dollar strength continuing to play through. It does look somewhat extended now, so we might be looking at a pullback at some point over the next 48 hours or so. But we have been taking advantage of that dollar strength in the short term. Now, over on the yen, this is somewhat unusual or hasn't been playing out with the dollar strength. We would have expected that degree of dollar strength to have made the yen break out of this 104 level here, giving us opportunity to the long side, which we've been waiting for a long time. However, apart from the pound selling off strongly, also we're having the same happening in a large number of emerging economies. Now, the monies from these areas are flowing into the yen, I believe, at the moment, in its position as safe haven. So we're getting inflows from the emerging markets and potentially some from the UK coming into the safe haven of the yen, which means that it's offsetting that dollar strength that without that we would normally see that pushing to the long side. This still remains a very valid level. If anything, when it does break that level, there's a potential for the break to be stronger because of the additional pressure that's been built up by that safe haven scenario there. Over on the euro, well, we've had a significant break. Yesterday we had the breakout of our triangle. We had a break of this key level here. We're looking to trade this key level. We'll be looking for a close below today, and then we'll have a pullback to this level to take this market short on that dollar strength. Over on the UK, we had another big sell-off through here yesterday. This is the 4-hour chart. Yesterday afternoon, we had a big sell-off here. Was somewhat frustrating for us because we've been looking to get into this market around this area here, and we're continually stopped out at break-even and then missed it when it actually went. Overnight, it's pulled back quite strongly, or almost pulled back to the level that it broke from at that 4-hour bar yesterday. We can see a clear channel through here that appears to be retesting, and we only have one way for this market at this moment in time, which is downside, and not shown on the screen. I've actually just entered a trade, an intraday head and shoulders trade short in the market there to try and get that, as I see it coming back down to this level pretty quickly. Over on the Swissy, like the Euro, we've seen a clean break out of our triangle that we've been waiting for a long time. We've got a clear level here that we're looking to trade should price pull back, or we could alternatively see price break further. We're looking for a pullback at that level. So a number of opportunities there. We do need to see what happens today. That dollar strength breaks it out. Then we come in at this level. Over on the Aussie, well, we had quite a big pullback. We've been short this market for a good week or more now. We missed an opportunity, which was a head and shoulders neckline retest here. It was particularly obvious on a 4-hour chart, but that came in right through non-farm payroll, but then sold off nicely yesterday. But we have had a significant pullback overnight, so we're watching that market. We're still targeting the bottom of this, or down to this trend line here as our target. We'll then look for a break of this key level here before looking for a pullback to get back into that market short should the opportunity arise. Another area that we saw a significant sell-off in yesterday was here on the S&P, and all the other US equities matched this as well. We have been somewhat confined within this range here, but we've clearly broken below that yesterday. We've had a pullback overnight to this trend line here. But for me, the keen level remains here around 21.20, where we've got the previous lows from that huge sell-off that we caught about 3 weeks or 4 weeks ago now, but also that's the same level of these key highs here. So that really is a significant level. It would also at that time have broken this longer term trend line. So 220 is something we'll be watching. We'll be watching to either reverse that back long as a range reversal trade on price action, or we'll be looking for a break below a retest to take that to the short side. Okay guys, that's it for today. Just a reminder, a week today, next Wednesday the 19th, the opportunity to come and trade with Phoenix Blue in London, absolutely free of charge. You'll learn a lot more about how we trade, how we set up our charts, why we don't use indicators, trend EMAs in the style that we're looking at here, which is our pure style. If you are interested in this event, go onto our website, phoenixblue.co.uk, just go to the events page, leave your details, and we'll return with an invite and all the details for joining that event. So that's Wednesday the 19th of October. We do this around the third week of the month, every month. So if you can't make this date but would be interested in future dates, go to the contacts pages and tell us that, and we'll make sure that you'll have an invite sent for the next event, or you're on the email list for that event. Okay guys, that's it for today. Thanks for listening, and we'll talk to you again in the morning. Take care.